Guys, I just learned another incredible tip from this book from Mandy Morris, The 8 Secrets to Powerful Manifesting, that I have to share. And it's all about your intentional energy, because I just realized that that is what is screwing everything up. Your intentional energy is not a high vibration, and you can't manifest anything, and you are counter manifesting and actually pushing all your dreams away. I'm Sarah Stone Love, and if you're new to my channel, it's all about the science and psychology of manifesting. And I'd like to say that I'm teaching you how to manifest, but I can't teach you how to manifest because you're already doing it. You're already manifesting all day long, pushing and repelling or attracting energy to and from you, in and out of your life. The question is, are you doing it intentionally? Every time you think about something, those thoughts create an electrical impulse. And this electrical impulse is like a frequency. It vibrates out of you like a rippling wave across the world. And so what we really want is for those thought frequencies to have resonance with the things that bring us joy. So what is resonance? I know a lot of people out there know what this is, but basically all it means is that if you have two tuning forks and you strike one and they're right next to each other, and if the other one's frequency is in resonance with this one will start vibrating as well, even though you don't even touch that one. That is the basis of the law of assumption and law of attraction. Like frequencies attract like frequencies. So are we creating electrical thought frequencies that are resonating with the things that we want to attract back into our life? Are we manifesting with intention, or are we letting it run on autopilot? I've always heard in all kinds of self-help videos and things that you gotta find your why. Your why is so important. Your why is everything. But for some reason, I never realized how important it was for manifesting. I mean, it all makes sense to me now, duh, but for some reason, I just haven't thought about it until now. Why do I want to manifest money? Why do I want to manifest my dream home? Why do I even want to manifest this YouTube channel? If my why and my intentional energy behind that is not for the highest good of all, it's not happening. And not only is it not happening, but I'm actually pushing my dreams further away and counter manifesting the whole thing. I first learned about this with this book, The 8 Secrets to Powerful Manifesting with Mandy Morris. If you follow my channel, you saw me talking about this last week, and I have another amazing thing to share with you. So in this book, Mandy explains that intentional energy is the power that directs the movement of particles to manifest. Since all things are energy, your field actually impacts the atoms and particles that are around you. There's been many quantum physics studies that have shown that atoms actually move in a certain way based on our intentions. If the observer expects the particles to do something, the particles will do it, all based on the intentional energy that the observer is sending out. So what we expect to happen will most likely happen, all based on our expectations that's fueled by our thought energy. So what all this science and all this stuff means is that we need to keep our intentional energy, our why behind what we want, a really high vibration in order to get our manifestation. So how do we do that? So I want you to take a look at this chart. I'm going to put this up for you so you can see it full screen from Mandy's book. This chart is basically a progression of emotions from highest to lowest frequencies. The higher emotions like love, peace, and joy have a higher, lighter vibration, and the lower emotions like anger, fear, grief, shame have a lower vibration, and they're actually more dense. So step one is we need to take a look at this chart, and we need to identify our intentional energy and where it is on this chart. Right now, if you're watching this video, you've probably already set manifestations. So think about just one that you really want to happen, and what is your gut feeling? Right when you think about it, what do you feel? Do you feel resistance? Do you feel light and happy? Do you feel frustration? Does it make you feel stressful? What is the very first thing that you feel? You don't have to pinpoint exactly where you are on this chart. You just need to know whether you're towards the bottom in a low vibration or whether you're towards the top in a higher vibration. Another way that you can pinpoint exactly where you are on this chart is through muscle testing. For those of you that are new to my channel, muscle testing is basically a way to communicate directly with your subconscious mind so that you can find out your limiting beliefs. How it works is that your subconscious controls all of your bodily functions, your breathing, your heart beating. It also controls your muscles. So you can do muscle testing to ask true or false statements, yes or no statements. So I can discover, is my intentional energy for manifesting my home enlightenment? No, I'm doing one form of muscle testing right now, which is called sticky fingers, but there's a bunch of different ones you can use. You can just go look back at my video from last week where I have a whole video on a crash course on muscle testing and discover which one works best for you. So I'm just gonna show you really quick how this works with muscle testing. So my statement is, my intentional energy for manifesting my home is enlightenment. No. My intentional energy for manifesting my home is peace. No. So you just go through it all. And what I found is it took me all the way to the bottom. My intentional energy for manifesting my home is longing. And when I was doing this process, this was just like 2 days ago, the second I said that to myself, longing, I just started singing in my head this Little Mermaid song, which I thought was really funny because we recently saw it at theater. But it's the one where she's talking about up where they walk, up where they talk. You know, she's longing to manifest legs to go be with the people. And I'm like, oh, that's why that song is resonating with me right now. It's because I am longing deeply for my dream home. And as you can see, longing's at the bottom of the chart. It's a low vibration. There's no way I'm gonna manifest my dream home with this intentional energy. But I figured out how to change it in a matter of minutes. Longing means a strong desire for something that's unattainable. So my next step is to go through Mandy's process and detangle this energy so I can figure out where it's coming from. Why am I longing for my dream home? Why do I think it's unattainable? Because I can't afford it. Why can't I afford it? Because I am not wealthy. Why am I not wealthy? Then everything starts surfacing for me. So I keep asking why till I get to the very root. And the very root for me is that it's not safe to be wealthy. Wealth changes people. I've seen it change people for the worse. I don't want that to happen to me. I don't want it to break up my family. I don't want it to break up my marriage. It's not safe for me to be wealthy. Your subconscious won't allow you to manifest anything into your reality that is not safe or that you believe is not safe. And the reason is because the subconscious's main goal is healing your body. I mean, it what keeps you breathing, your digestion, it does everything, all the bodily functions, and it heals you. And its main goal is to keep you safe and keep you alive. So that would be the very first thing I would always check. So last week, I taught you the whole brain pose. If you missed that video, please go back and look at it. It's how to retrain or rewire your brain in less than 4 minutes. It's very powerful. It's using whole brain poses, which basically crosses over your body midline and allows your left and right part of your brain to start firing in action. And you're able to actually go to other parts of your brain and get your affirmations to sink into your subconscious reel in minutes instead of the 22 days or 21 days it takes to form new habits. Instead, you can literally access other parts of your brain and get your affirmations and your new beliefs rewired, create new neural pathways in minutes. So the root of me having this low intentional energy is that it's not safe for me to be wealthy. So I'm just gonna reverse that into an affirmation and use my whole brain pose to put this in. This is what I did yesterday. So my right leg ankle is crossed over my left ankle, and then I use the opposite, which means my left arm is gonna go over my right. I interlock my hands, which means we're crossing over the mid body line. And then you can do like this or rest your arms like this. And I say to myself, it is safe for me to be wealthy. It's safe for me to be wealthy. It's safe for me to be wealthy. And you actually invite all of the resistance in, and you will feel it begin to neutralize within 1 to 2 minutes. And then once you're done, as I said before, you put your left over your right and you switch and you do the process again. I can now just say it like 10 times and it goes in. But to be safe, you could set the timer for 1 to 2 minutes and then you know it's in. And then you can muscle test again. It's safe for me to manifest my dream home. I get a yes. The next thing that I put in is that I deserve to be wealthy. Because as we know, if we don't believe we deserve it, we don't get it. So here's the list of exactly which affirmations I put in that made my intentional energy rise to the top of the chart. It's safe for me to be wealthy. It's safe for me to manifest my dream home. I deserve my dream home. I deserve to be wealthy. I manifest my dream home for the highest good of all. That was it. Those are the 5 affirmations that I used. I did each one with the whole brain pose, crossing over the midline. At the end of that, I muscle tested again. What is my intentional energy now on the chart? And that jumped all the way to the top to peace. And I checked again this morning and it's still there. And you know what? Now when I think about manifesting my dream home, I used to be like, oh, in my stomach, like, oh, we're never gonna be able to afford that. Like I could just feel it in my stomach right away, resistance. I don't have any of that anymore. I just feel good about it. I feel peaceful about it. Freaking amazing. If you guys want to get really serious about manifesting, I really suggest you get Mandy's book and try this out. Follow along, listen to it again, go step by step and follow along and do this because you will change the way you feel about your dreams. And that changes everything. I'm Sarah Stone Love. I hope you learned something from this video. I hope you enjoyed it and I hope it inspires you to try it out. If you liked it, leave me a comment, let me know. And leave me a comment on what it is you'd like to hear more about because I'd like to know that. And join me every Tuesday and Thursday. We'll be sharing more content on how to manifest your dreams.